Yes, so welcome everyone and good morning to all of you as we begin the day's session, right? We are seeing that markets are behaving in line with our expectations and yes, we are having a very good idea of what's really happening on the ground. Yes, welcome Karthik and as people are joining into today's live stream, let's try and understand what's we need to do and what the market is going to do etc etc तो बहुत सारी चीजें हैं जिसके बारे में हम डिस्कस करने वाले हैं आज and as usual we are going to see what the market is doing so as people are joining yes Shiv Kumar good morning okay so people are joining in and let us see what the market has to do so आपका ट्रेड कैसा रहा कल what did you guys do yesterday and how did the market behave with you दोनों चीजें इंपॉर्टेंट है so how did you have a outing yesterday and what did you today? Okay. Good morning, Kaushal. Good morning, Jay Kumar. Good morning, Ramesh. चलिए, let's get started with the action for the day. Okay. So पहले मैं हमारे चार्ट लोड कर देता हूँ तब तक आप लोग बताएं कि कल कैसा रहा. Yes, how was yesterday? What were your observations of yesterday and what were your findings yesterday? Can you all share with me कि कल क्या आपने देखा? Okay. हाँ प्रॉफिट तो बनते रहेगा नॉट अ प्रॉब्लम प्रॉफिट बनेगा लॉस बनेगा बट हाउ वाज योर एक्सपीरियंस ऑफ द मार्केट हाउ वाज योर एक्सपीरियंस ऑफ द मार्केट व्हाट डिड यू लर्न व्हाट डिड यू अंडरस्टैंड okay let me just share with you guys as to what you really need to do as you are going along so that it will become easier for you to know exactly what is happening okay so what I want you guys to do is I want you guys to go out there right okay and I want you guys to go out there and on the YouTube video you can comment also as the session is going on so मैं just आपको बताता हूँ कि exactly आपको क्या करना क्या है so for example if you are going to our channel okay so if you're going to our channel right so suppose you are going to our video so let me just go to the history okay and suppose this is the video so okay suppose this is the video right so go to this video because some people were not familiar so that is why I'm showing so kindly go here and put your comment as well okay kindly put your comment as well as to what you are observing as part of this YouTube so that other people also know what you are observing right so this is something which you can do as the video is on all right along with the chat box great all right, so this is what I wanted to share because some people had sent us a query asking what exactly was I saying in the video. So this is what I wanted to say. Now let us go back to what Nifty is saying. Okay, let's go back and see what Nifty is saying. So when you want to talk about Nifty, we have been discussing about a certain particular format. So पहले Nifty पर जाकर देखते हैं कि Nifty अब कर क्या रहा है. This is the hourly chart. All right. ये आर्ली चार्ट है और आर्ली चार्ट में आप देख रहे हैं कि एक RSI is reaching at 40 levels and you are seeing that the prices are going to hit the cloud okay prices are going to hit the cloud now once it's going to hit the cloud you can expect right you can expect that this can act as a good support so अगर मैं ये इचिमोकू को हाइड कर दूं right तो आप देखेंगे यहाँ पे कि ये जो गैप एरिया है हमने कल मार्क किया था राइट हमने कल मार्क किया था अराउंड 16,500 you can see here that 16,500 was tested so many times yesterday right so now what we are expecting is that this particular gap zone which is around 16,350 will be the next area of support now going into today okay going into today the maximum the PCR जो है कि PCR जो 1.07 था कल आज 0.85 हो गया है यानी जो व्यू हम बनाए थे on Monday the view which we had made on Monday it continues to hold and it is pushing the whole scenario down what is happening is that the market is heading lower so when the market is heading lower you got to see what's really happening. And from the way the option data is positioned, you can clearly see that there is more window opening to the downside. Okay, there is more window opening to the downside, and it could be a result of quite a bit of action happening. Why? So, though we are set to see that the market could open in a flat way. Okay, we can see that the market is set to open in a flat way, and we should see a downward bias. तो डाउनवर्ड बायस की एक्सपेक्टेशन है, और कल जो हम सोच रहे थे बैंक निफ्टी में अराउंड 36,500 के लेवल्स पे, तो 36,500 का लेवल्स अब टूट चुका है. और गोइंग इनटू दिस करंट वीक, वी आर हैविंग एन इवेंट आल्सो. सो व्हाट वी आर सीइंग इज दैट देयर इज अ मिक्स ऑफ लॉन्ग लिक्विडेशन एंड फ्रेश शॉर्ट्स व्हिच आर हैपनिंग. तो वो सब देख के एक लग रहा है कि आज भी, okay, as we head into the day today, we are going to see some shorting action in play. So now when you're going to see some shorting action in play, so what do we have to do as traders? That's what we are going to see as we are into the action. So okay, you can't see the chart. All right, so let me again share my screen yet. Okay, now, all right, is the chart visible, guys? Is the chart visible? Yeah, is the chart visible? Okay. Yeah, I think now the chart should be visible, right? The chart should be visible now. So what are we seeing right now? That हम कल देख रहे थे 16,500 के levels पे, all right? So 16,500 के levels थे, वो 16,500 के levels अब टूट चुके हैं. Now you are expecting the next set of supports which is around 16,300. तो overall position जो है, okay, overall position जो है अब बता रहा है कि नीचे के levels खुल रहे हैं, okay? We are opening up on the downside. Hardly there is a heavy call writing at higher levels. So higher levels are resisted, and this is what is seen on the hourly. Now, if you take a look at the daily, okay, so yes, the same scenario. And what you are seeing here is that on the daily also there is a flip. But Nifty se zyada, okay, Nifty se zyada, I feel that there is a selling emerging more on the Bank Nifty. There is a selling emerging more on the Bank Nifty. So why do I say that? I say that because I am seeing that the Bank Nifty has hit a very good resistance. देखिए यहाँ पे Bank Nifty का ये चार्ट है, और ये जो आप देखेंगे, it is come to a nice resistance here. You can see here that Bank Nifty has trade into a nice resistance, and this could prove to be a problem. Bank Nifty had run up nicely, but now we are seeing that this resistance zone is working very aggressively. And you can see here this spinning top, and ये एक अच्छा रिवर्सल पैटर्न है कैंडलस्टिक में. तो यहाँ पर से आप देख सकते हैं कि शायद यहाँ से एक इवनिंग स्टार बना दे, so you can have a very sharp decline. So we are going into today ahead of the expiry with a bearish bias, right? Why? Because what you can see from the overall picture is that the option players जो हैं, right, they are dictating the trends. ये सबको पता है. All of us know that the option players are dictating the trends. Now, what the option players are saying that yes, we saw a rally, but ahead of the event, we don't want to take too much position on the upside. So instead, either we are liquidating our position or we are initiating a short. So that is why you are seeing this kind of scenario. और आप देख रहे हैं कि ये जो bearish pressure है, it is actually proving to be a challenge now. And as you go into today, yesterday also we saw that as we were participating right from the open, there were hardly any bullishness to be seen. So कुछ bullishness नहीं था, तो फिर the only route was to the way down. So you can see here that yes, we had spoken about even on the hourly chart. Okay, let's remove this trend line here, and we had also spoken about this particular trend line which is under threat. Correct? Yesterday we had spoken about this particular trend line which is under threat, and what happened is that the Bank Nifty broke this and there was a pressure to the way down. Now, will it continue lower? उसके लिए हम चलेंगे SGX के चार्ट पे. All right. So I hope all of you are getting how we are going about. We are going step by step और देख रहे हैं कि अभी SGX का चार्ट कुछ इस प्रकार है, right? SGX का चार्ट कुछ इस प्रकार है और what is the SGX chart telling us? Yeah. What is the SGX chart telling us? SGX chart is telling us that it has come in to test this level. So now if I were to take some kind of clue from the July low. Okay, this is the intermediate low which had formed in July. So ये मैं एक आर्ली चार्ट पर दिखता हूँ. जैसे कि मैंने आपको कहा कि अगर मुझे कोई इंट्राडे व्यू बनाना है तो मैं आर्ली चार्ट पर चले जाता हूँ. तो SGX पर थोड़ा गौर करते हैं सी कि यहाँ हो क्या रहा है. So SGX में जो पुल बैक आया है, okay, it has come to 38.2. So what does that mean? It means that it is a normal reaction in an uptrend. So in a normal reaction, one third reaction जब भी होगा, so you should consider that as a normal reaction. No, you should not say अरे अरे बहुत गिर गया, etc. etc. ये सब चीजें बेकार की बातें हैं. Don't try and just see any decline as a correction or any rise as a good opportunity to buy. See everything in the context. Unless you don't put a context or you don't create an environment, you will not be able to think. If you recall, if you go back to Monday's video, I had very clearly said that there is some built up of bearish position. There is a resistance which is at work, and that resistance is going to act on the market. And you all saw what has happened. Over the last 2 days, we have seen that a bearish position would have generated more return than a bullish position. Why? Because the market was set up like that. So understand the market, and that's the way we have designed New Trader as well. What we have done is we have given you a outlook of the market, with an outlook of the sector. उसके बारे में हम बाद में बात करेंगे. But first, let's try and understand. So SGX has given a pullback here. So yes, the option positions are indicating, but then we need to watch. Why? Because 16,300 put is our first support, but then वहां पर भी अगर 16,300 जा पहुंचेगा, अगर मान लीजिए कि Nifty goes there, okay, Nifty goes there towards 16. This is the levels which we had drawn. So 16,300 की तरफ अगर आ भी जाता है Nifty, we have to see whether that will really hold, because even at that level, somebody has to take a stand. Somebody has to take a stand that yes, at that level I will participate. I will participate on the way up. Downward participation is happening, but is there going to be a bullish participation? That's what you got to check. And unless and until that happens, don't get too excited, right? Like I always say, excitement does not get you money. Excitement is only good for entertainment. So if you're in the market for entertainment, then this is not the place to be. There are many other places where, without spending too much money, you can have entertainment. Now, coming back to our Nifty. So what do we see here? We see some bit of hope here looking at the SGX, but then we got to see what the market will do post the open. So Bank Nifty में uncertainty है, Nifty में थोड़ा clarity है. So इसके बीच अभी हमें काम करना है. And then when you take a look at SGX, well, we all take a look at SGX to find out what has to be happening on the ground. So when you take a look at SGX, you feel that yes, markets could open flat, but then we got to see how the market will behave with time. So that is where our dashboard will come into play. So all that we will see a little later. Now we have to see what happened to the results, right? Now, based on the results, has anyone taken any call? Has any one of my audience have taken any call based on the results? Results आए थे कल, right? कल results आए थे, L&T के आए थे, Asian Paints के आए थे. We had spoken about Asian Paints. If you recall, we said that the setup looks good and no, it could look to head higher. So Asian Paints के results थे, L&T के results थे, and that's what it is looking like. So let's go and discuss some of the results which were declared yesterday, because we had some good results which were declared yesterday, and there were also some poor results. So पहले हम चलते हैं Asian Paints के results पे. Okay, Asian Paints, right? Asian Paints results. So now what is this telling us? Okay, what is this telling us? Let's go on the daily chart. ओके, अगर आप डेली चार्ट पर जाएंगे, when you go and take a look at the daily chart, you find that yes, the prices have gone up. Correct, the prices have definitely gone up. And what are we seeing here? We are seeing that the whole move is now going to encounter this resistance zone. ये जो resistance zone है यहाँ का, ये रेजिस्टेंस जोन पे अभी आ रहा है। तो आप देखेंगे कि ये उसका रेजिस्टेंस जोन है। सो एक 100 पॉइंट का मूव दिख रहा है। और अगर आप रिजल्ट्स के बारे में बात करेंगे तो जो रिजल्ट्स आर डेफिनेटली ऑन द कार्ड। सो देयर वाज L&T, देयर वाज मारुति, देयर वाज बजाज ऑटो। मारुति एंड टाटा मोटर्स आर ड्यू टुडे, L&T came yesterday, Asian Paints came yesterday. So let's go and take a look at L&T and Asian Paints. So Asian Paints का जो setup है, ये कह रहा है कि results were good, right? Even the results of Asian Paints were good, and based on that, what we are finding is that the setup is also quite good. Considering the setup and the kind of move, Asian Paints could be considered on the long side. But now, when you take a look at L&T, okay, what I found out was that the L&T year on year has shown some improvement. But like I told you yesterday, sequential देखना है हमें, right? We got to see the sequential. So when you're looking at the sequential, okay, when you're looking at the sequential, तो पता चल रहा है कि L&T में काफी ज्यादा ड्रॉप आया है। L&T में काफी ज्यादा ड्रॉप आया है और उसकी वजह से लग रहा है कि L&T का जो है सेटअप could be in trouble. Well, I'm just narrating some points from what has been observed. Yes, you can see here that the run up, there is already some trouble. News is always known later. Price reacts first. That's what I always share in, be it my training programs, be it my webinars. Everywhere I share the same thing. Price को पहले कुछ पता चल जाता है। तो अभी प्राइस को देखते हुए लग रहा है कि now your question will be reaction कहां तक आ सकता है। So my answer would be go to a simple support or value area here. You can see here that this particular zone, okay, this reaction zone. So this is a nice value area around 16,090. तो 16,090 पे एक अच्छा वैल्यू एरिया बन रहा है। तो यहाँ पर आप देख सकते हैं कि यहाँ पर एक रिएक्शन हो सकता है। कैन इट गो डीपर? Yes, answer is yes if the market turns negative. So L&T is one of the big movers. So अगर L&T के नतीजे अच्छे नहीं आएंगे तो ये फर्क पड़ेगा। और L&T के नतीजे अच्छे नहीं आए हैं तो you got to see whether the sequential impact will have an issue. Now coming to Tata Power. Tata Power also had a result yesterday और Tata Power में एक it has shown a very strong up move. So yes, but what has happened is ahead of the result. Okay, ahead of the result. So you are seeing a small correction in this. You're seeing this small correction. और आप देख रहे हैं कि यहाँ पर जो gap है, this gap has proved to be a stumbling block for Tata Power. So now if Tata Power is witnessing some supply, तो यहाँ से हमें देखना है कि यहाँ से क्या और तेजी से डिक्लाइन होगा। बिकॉज राइट नाउ व्हाट यू आर सीइंग इज अ वेरी स्ट्रॉन्ग रेजिस्टेंस जोन हियर एंड यस इफ द ऑलरेडी पॉजिटिव न्यूज हैज बीन फैक्टर्ड इन, तो टाटा पावर इज आल्सो एन एक्टिवली ट्रेडेड आइटम। तो यहाँ पर से कल ऑलरेडी एक डिक्लाइन आ चुका था। तो इफ इट बिगिंस टू मूव बिलो यस्टरडेज लो, that means that the positive news is already factored in. Okay, the positive news is already factored in and you can expect a decline. So now if the positive news is factored in, so देखिए यहाँ पर at the pre-open it is already trading below its low yesterday. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens as the market unfolds. But market को देखकर लग रहा है कि market will begin on a tentative note and the way the results are coming, the results are a mixed bag. So अभी हमें देखना है कि yes, what is going to happen to L&T. L&T numbers were not great and whether it is going to react positively. And yes, we are also seeing now how the IT numbers are going to fare because majority of the IT mid caps which did do well, LTTS, LTI. अभी क्या हो रहा है कि ब्रोकिंग कंपनीज जो है, कि जो ब्रोकिंग कंपनीज जो है वो लोग दे आर डाउनग्रेड. ओके, सो नाउ व्हाट विल हैपन इज दैट बिकॉज देयर इज अ टारगेट एक्सपेक्ट, जो उनका एक्सपेक्टेशन है वो उन्होंने कम कर दिया है. So broker upgrades and broker downgrades have a very big impact on the way we think. See, entirely the market is based on how you think and how you react. Correct? Now, how you think and how you react is based on various sets of news. Or usme the broker upgrade and downgrade plays a very, very big role. So why I'm saying that? Because they are the ones who will buy in larger quantity. So if they are the ones who are going to buy in larger quantity, ऑटोमेटिकली उन लोग जो स्टेटमेंट देंगे उनके वो स्टेटमेंट के हिसाब से उन लोग पोजीशन लेंगे. and because of those positions which they are taking in the market, it influences the price. And once the price gets influenced, our thoughts gets influenced, right? That's what we are tracking the price eventually. So if prices are going to get influenced by these brokers, so automatically हमारा भी जो पोजीशन है उस पर असर पड़ेगा. तो हमें ये इस पर ध्यान देना चाहिए. तो आईटी का यस, देयर इज अ गुड अप मूव which was seen recently, but then probably it could happen. It could happen that these stocks are witnessing correction. And yesterday, if you had seen, there were some IT names which were getting hit. Now, Techem is another stock which is quite weak. So Techem is on my radar, and if it's going to react to its numbers, then we could definitely have a good sell-off here. You can see here, this is the Techem charts. We've spoken about Wipro also yesterday, doing nothing great. Now Techem is unable to sustain, right? You can see here that yes, there was a decline. It slipped into consolidation for a month, and now it's once again heading lower. तो ये सब देख के लग रहा है कि इसमें प्रेशर दोबारा कंटिन्यू हो सकता है. एंड इफ यू टेक अ लुक हियर, देयर इज अ नाइस चैनल ब्रेकडाउन. तो हम न्यू ट्रेडर पर भी जाएंगे. ओके, लेट्स गो इनटू न्यू ट्रेडर and find out exactly what is going to happen to Techem. And let's also take a look at some option data. Okay, let's also go and take a look at some option data. तो अभी हम देखते हैं कि Techem में क्या चल रहा है. Okay, so I want all of you guys to go and tell me कि आप लोगों को क्या लग रहा है Techem में. Yes, we had seen based on the option data, some of you are already into options. Okay, some of you are already into options. So tell me exactly what you are seeing in either LNT or Techem. आपको क्या लग रहा है कि कहाँ पर बिल्डअप हो रहा है? Come on, guys. What do you feel is happening? So yes, this is the charts. This is Techem. This is Techem of the current expiry. तो 2 दिन है एक्सपायरी के लिए, आज और कल. तो हम चलेंगे अगले महीने में और देखेंगे कि अगले महीने में क्या बिल्डअप हो रहा है. ओके, सो अगले महीने के ओआई कहाँ पर बढ़ रहा है. यू कैन सी हियर दैट राइट नाउ there is not much of action seen here. So let's stick to the current expiry only. You can see here there is a lot of call shedding here, and people are moved from here. So let's go into the August series only, and you can see here that there is a steady build up on the put side. There is steady action on the put side. You can see here that there is a steady build up. There is an increase on the 900. So you can see here on the 900 में काफी सारा there is a movement here, and you can see that based on this there is a potential of some decline emerging. यहाँ पर 1000 पे तो होगा क्योंकि ये at the money है, but हमें थोड़ा दूर देखना है. तो इसे देखकर लग रहा है कि अगर यहाँ से if it starts falling, so the supports are emerging from 940 onwards. All right. So Techem is set for a big drop if it declines from here. Now let's see LNT. LNT is a name which we discussed. So LNT पर देखते हैं कि कैसे positions बन रहे हैं. Okay. Yes, Jaykumar, we'll take a look at GNFC also, and we'll wait for the market to open and see after 5 minutes. Now you can see here that this is the situation in LNT, and let's see what is the position getting built in the next series. You can see here not much of addition on the call side, but there is lot of activity in the put side. So ऐसे आप देख सकते हैं कि कहाँ पर हो रहा है, कहाँ पर एक्टिविटी हो रहा है, और आप देख रहे हैं कि we had spoken about low levels, highest is in 1700. तो 1700 पे एक बढ़ रहा है, और वहां पर there is quite a bit of action happening. And yes, you could see that 1700, 1735, these are the two levels where you can expect that yes, if there is a drop, then these are the areas to watch out for. Yes, looking at the way LNT is getting set up, you can see that on the upside you have got 1800. So now again going back to LNT, let's see what has it done in the pre-open. So this is a pre-open. So LNT is expected to open flat, but then in 1 minute from now, all of us will be a bit more clear. So you can see here that this is the setup of LNT, and then let's take a look at Bajaj Auto. Right, Bajaj Auto also had its numbers. Bajaj Auto results were very muted. It was a marginal increase, so nothing much to talk home about. And that's why Bajaj Auto, if you see yesterday, autos were under pressure. आज टाटा मोटर्स के रिजल्ट्स है, तो देखते हैं कि टाटा मोटर्स में होगा क्या. बट अगर आप देख रहे हैं कि LNT, okay, LNT, this is taking some time to load. So Bajaj Auto is getting loaded. Meanwhile, it's 9:15, and yes, this is LNT. So let's see what Nifty is doing at the moment. All right. So once again, Nifty is moving below yesterday's low. So Nifty is moving below yesterday's low. So you can let's go to our dashboard, and let's see from the open how is the market. So currently nothing much to talk about. Why? Because Nifty is just trying to get some idea. How many of you are getting it? Nifty is just trying to get some idea on what I need to do. Why? Because everything is very unclear. Nifty has hardly moved anything. Bank Nifty has hardly moved anything. So right at the open, like we said, market is expected to open flat, and market has opened flat. Right? We all want to know how a particular situation is there, how a market opens, how a stock opens, and that is what we target on. So this is the scenario which we are finding as the market opens. ठीक है, तो ये मार्केट ओपनिंग का सिचुएशन है. हम निफ्टी पर आएंगे थोड़ी देर में. ऑलराइट, सो लेट्स ट्राई एंड अंडरस्टैंड what all can we do, and how else can we find out, because what we want to know is now when market is going to move, how can we position ourselves. So once again, you can see here that this is the scenario, and this is how the market is currently structured from the open. So when now market is currently structured this way from the open, तो अभी हमें करना क्या है, हमें देखना है कि कौन से स्टॉक पर काम कर सकते हैं, एंड कौन से स्टॉक पर ध्यान दे सकते हैं. तो इफ यू सी हियर नाउ इन द करंट गेनर्स और लूजर्स, देयर इज absolutely no interest to go anywhere, right? There is absolutely no interest to go anywhere. So what do? We ensure that we are able to get some idea. Okay, we are able to get some idea based on whatever we have learned. What have we learned? We have learned to find out how is the market from the open, how is the market from the close, so that we can decide how to take action. So now we are talking market from the open, and if you see Sun TV, how many of you recall discussing Sun TV yesterday? We had said that Sun TV, if it gave you a nice 5-minute candle closing above R3, it would be a very good buy opportunity. So it was trading at 846, and now let's go ahead and take a look at Sun TV. All right, so let us go and take a look at Sun TV and see what is Sun TV doing. Let me just load Sun TV here. Okay, okay. You can see the Sun TV here. This is the Sun TV chart, right? And let me put on our fib level. You can see here Sun TV has opened up. This was Sun TV yesterday, right? Sun TV is just developing now. So what we'll do is we'll go and find out that yes, market has managed to survive the morning uncertainty. और अब market क्या कह रहा है कि yes, I'm not so bad as you think. I look to go up. So why don't I show you some stocks? So that's what market is telling us. So right at the open, right on this Wednesday morning, contrary to expectation, market is positive. How many of you got that? I hope all of you got that. Contrary to expectation, right? That market may tend to drift lower. Market has managed to hold on to those levels. Okay. Yes, it is trying to fight out that 16,500 mark. अभी मैक्सिमम पेन पॉइंट वहां पर है एट 16,500. तो अभी हम देखेंगे कि कौन से स्टॉक्स बन रहे हैं. सो लेट्स पुट ऑन आवर ओपनिंग बैट्समैन के हमारे ओपनिंग बैट्समैन डाल देते हैं हम. And let's see what is happening. So let's put out some guys out here and let's try to find out कि हमारे opening batsman में who is going to help us to get some idea. All right. So this is what I do and this is what I set up so that I know this is what is I need to do. So you can see here that yes, Pidilite was moving yesterday and you can see here there's a open is equal to low. So why don't I go and put Pidilite? So any stock which is giving a follow through to what happened yesterday is my favorite. It's crossed the previous day high also. So yes, this is Pidilite, right? This is Pidilite. So Pidilite is here. Let me not. Okay, very good move in seen in Pidilite. You can see here that Pidilite is moving. It's cross above R1. So you get a very good move. So got your targets are around 2364. आपका 2300 के नीचे आपका ये CPR के नीचे आपका स्टॉप लॉस आएगा and then you get a very good trade. Why? Because you can I can validate my thing. You can see here this is today's. There are two signals here. First signal is open is equal to low and the second is previous day's high crossed, right? So that's the scenario here in Pidilite. So let's see about more names which are coming up. What is the kind of situation which is getting built in? Dashboard में क्या हो रहा है अभी? Open से you can see here that other stocks which are going up. So any stock that is going up above 1.5% is definitely worth considering. So when you take a look at the top layer, you can see that no big names are coming in, right? So no big names are coming in. So you are having a mixture here. आपके पास बहुत सारे mixtures आ रहे हैं. You are not having any specific stock. So all the sectors are mixed. Okay, all the sectors are mixed. So that is why you got to keep your mind open. That's where this rolling ticker comes into play. You can see here that yes, there is a steady move. You can see, and this is what is happening. You can see here that there is a mixed scenario. Yes, Jay Kumar, you had spoken about GNFC, and you can see here that GNFC says previous day's low is broken. Previous day's low is broken. Now, are there any other criteria on GNFC? You can see here that GNFC had given some bearish scenario yesterday, and now GNFC has broken the previous day's low. So कल भी एक bearish scenario था और आज वो bearish scenario continue हो रहा है. So it makes it a good candidate to consider. Now, when you're going to go and take a look at GNFC, you can also see here that Nifty is trying to make a fight out of the higher levels, but there is no help being received. Okay, so let's take a look at GNFC. Let's take a look at GNFC, and yes, GNFC is trying to hold on to S1. All right, it's trying to hold on to S1. So now at certain points in time, if you are ever in a confusion, okay, if you're ever in a confusion, you can always go into stock analyzer and check out that particular stock. Okay, L&T is making a good move, says Vinayagam, hits R2. Okay, so L&T is discounting the news flow which I mentioned, and It's already been factored in. Yes, L&T is a good move, right? So now the news has been factored in. So L&T is actually a very good trade with the potential to go towards 1797 as the first round, right? हमारा first round है L&T का. नेगेटिव न्यूज फ्लो होगा, लेकिन मैंने कहा था कि अपसाइड जाने का पोटेंशियल है और हमें देखना है कि मार्केट व्हाट विल मार्केट रिएक्ट. सो मार्केट हैज ऑलरेडी अब्सॉर्ब्ड द क्वार्टर ऑन क्वार्टर परफॉर्मेंस and it is now continuing its upside. So you can see here now if it crosses the recent high, so you can see that L&T will give a much stronger move. So yes, the first level of target could be towards 1797, and then if it continues, results aa gaye hain, results have been discounted. So now if it moves above 1797, which is a nice 1797 to 1801 could be a profit booking zone, because in line with yesterday's R3, that's where this is called as a pivot confluence. ओके नाउ यहाँ पर अगर एक प्रॉफिट बुकिंग होगा, अगर इसके आगे चली जाए तो यू कैन सी अ वेरी स्ट्रॉन्ग अपसाइड. व्हाई? बिकॉज even on the daily chart you are seeing here there is strong move. अगर आपको लेवल ढूंढना है तो not a problem, just go here in stock analyzer, go to L&T. Okay, you went to L&T, this is L&T here. Now you can see here that L&T is trading above all the important levels here, so it's well above the cloud, so not a problem. You have a target of 1820 as the R4, so you got all the levels here, and it's crossed R2 now, it's heading towards R3, and then if it crosses R3, which is 1797 to 1801, then you have got a target of 1820. So a very good setup, good spotting by Vinayagam. Yes, what about the others? Okay, Jaykumar says Indigo crossing previous day's high. So why don't we go and take help of our friend? Okay, Indigo breaking previous day's high, but no, not much of clarity here. Today, we have got only one factor so far. Let me put on some more factors here. I put the ADX and put RSI. I'll see where all it is getting triggered. So now, at the moment, there is Indigo is not receiving any kind of confirmation yet. All right. So what we'll do is we'll just go to the dashboard. Okay, Nifty says bye bye, and Nifty is actually going down. You can see here this is the daily chart, और अगर मैं 15 मिनट का चार्ट डालूं तो Nifty is clearly on the way down. So this same Nifty में अगर आपको देखना है तो go here, go to indices and see what is happening in Nifty. So you can see here today Nifty and Bank Nifty previous day's low broken. Be very careful. I told you about Bank Nifty also. I told you about Bank Nifty and Nifty Bank Nifty previous day's low is broken. So if previous day's low is broken, be very careful, right? Yes, long is good, but then you got to be careful, right? You got to be careful because you got to see how the market is reacting to the results as well if you're going to look at the stock. Now you can see here that previous day's low is getting broken in many stocks. Okay, L&T is doing well. All right, L&T is doing well. Good spotting by Vinayagam. It's going towards our intended target, right? It's going towards the target which you have mentioned. So yes, L&T seems to be an outlier. So it is performing today, and it has discounted the news flow. Now we have to see what is the overall market. Overall market is under pressure. So after a long time, okay, say around 15 minutes, right? For intraday guys, 15 minutes is a long time. So what you are seeing here is a hint of redness, correct? एक hint of redness दिख रहा है, तो उसका मतलब है कि हल्का सा bearishness is seeping in. So what are those? Delta Corp, McDowell, Voltas. So these are the stocks which are 2% negative. So what we'll do is we will go and check with our friend कि इसमें क्या बन रहा है. डेल्टा कॉप में अभी तक कोई ट्रिगर नहीं है, इग्नोर. मैकडोवल में you can see here that previous day's low is broken, Bollinger Band cut. So McDowell is very clearly a sell candidate. McDowell, you can see here so many factors are there today. So yes, L&T job is done. Good job on that, Vinayagam. Awesome. You were able to correlate the news and the chart flow and share it with the group. Thank you. Full credit to you. So now you can see here that United Spirits, everything gone. It's gone down sharply. All right, it's gone down sharply. And however, if you are going to sell now, all right, if you are going to sell now, the challenge will be, okay, the challenge will be of your stop loss level. So what you got to do is you got to wait for a reaction. You got to wait for a reaction to the way up. If there is a reaction to S3, what do you mean by reaction? Some of you may ask कि अगर इधर से ऊपर जाने के बाद अगर नीचे आए, so that would be a better ploy rather than selling now. क्योंकि market में continuous reaction आ रहे हैं, so you got to be watchful of that. Okay, now let me go to GNFC. This is a trade pointed out by Jay Kumar. Yes, Jay Kumar, good one. GNFC is moving, so even if you put a 5-minute chart, yes, you got to follow through. And yes, always wait for a follow through so that you are more clear about the direction. And your GNFC is doing well. Yes, it's a good short candidate. You can see here it is witnessing some steady decline. So 646 का हमारा first target होगा, and it is definitely under pressure. So now if you go here, let's see if more factors are opening in GNFC, and GNFC maybe previous day is only there. All right, Vinayagam has already done his job. Awesome, awesome. Okay, Mahadevan says 3540. Mahadevan not, yeah, you can partly thank me and you can also thank Vinayagam because he was the one who made the mention. Awesome. So that's what this whole live stream is about. It's about discussing, sharing what I know, sharing what you see, and that's how all of us can make money together. Okay, guys, Tech M, be alert. Tech M, previous days lows broken. Previous days lows broken. Right? We had spoken about Tech M. Tech M में एक bearish scenario था. So that's what we are targeting. We have already spoken about McDowell, Voltas. So whenever you see any candidate, okay, you got to validate it, right? You are validating it with news, you are validating it with something else. But NeoTrader gives you the best validation. The best. Why I'm telling you that is because रोलिंग टिकर पे आप आएंगे तो आपको सिर्फ यहाँ पर डालना है. अगर मैं यहाँ पर टेकएम डालूं तो देखिए यहाँ पर ऑलरेडी कल से बैरिशनेस है और आज फॉलो थ्रू मिल रहा है, राइट? कल से बैरिशनेस है और आज फॉलो थ्रू मिल रहा है. उसका मतलब है कि इसमें the bearish pressure is there, right? Every trade you take, there is an element of risk. Now, what you're trying to do is, how can I minimize that risk? You can minimize that risk when many people are saying the same thing. So that is where this comes into play, because here all excellent technical parameters के basis पे आपको यहाँ पर पता चल रहा है कि ये भी हो क्या रहा है. अभी चलेंगे. Okay, GNFC is done. Okay, Nifty has touched that level what we had identified. Okay, I would put a filter there. You can see here now Nifty is nicely heading lower. So like we discussed, we have been discussing over the past few days that the bearish side is taking more precedence. So okay, how many of you guys have taken a bearish scenario, bearish stance? What have you guys done? Yeah. What have you guys done? Can you give me a heads up? Jay Kumar, Anand. Yeah. I saw Naveen also on the chat. Yeah. What about the others? What have you guys done? Okay. Karthik says Delta Corp. Okay. Let's go and take a look at Delta Corp. Yes. Delta Corp, if you observe, it is not in our criteria zone, right? We have got a criteria zone, so it is not as per our criteria zone. What you got to do is you just got to wait for this particular criteria to this is a cutoff, right? So you know that this cutoff is not there. So best to stay away from Delta Corp right now, right? So that's what we do. We defined our cutoff and we act. Okay, awesome. So yes, okay, shorter TechM, okay, TechM, awesome, GNFC, Tata Power. Oh wow, look at Jay Kumar. Jay Kumar is already on a roll. Awesome, fantastic, fantastic. That's what we need to do here. We need to see, am I getting some validation? Am I getting some validation? If I'm getting some validation, you can see here again, GNFC is appearing in more parameters. Now you can see that this dashboard throwing up some more names. Okay, you're getting some biggies here now. Bajaj Finserv, Voltas. Okay, we not checked on Voltas. Voltas is the top loser today. Wow, look at here. Voltas is having volatility expansion. Voltas is having previous day's low broken. Okay, okay. Now Nifty is really threatening us. The option players बहुत जोरों से काम कर रहे हैं. Wow. Voltas no relief, but I would be seller on a rally. So let me just put a trigger here and let me wait for the rally to sell, because selling here would put me at more risk, right? So that's what I do. I put an alert here. Make use of automation. Okay, make use of automation ताकि आपका जो market participation is less stress free. Okay, on Z, let's take a look on Z. Shankar is asking what is the outlook on Z. So based on our rolling ticker, Z is having nothing much to say. Z is having nothing much to say. It was bullish yesterday. But anyway, let's go and take a look at Z. Anyways, since you are asking, you can see here that yes, Z made a very good move yesterday, came up till our expected target. Now it is waiting in the wings. Okay, it's waiting in the wings. So that's what is the situation right now. It's waiting in the wings. Okay, but yes, एक पोटेंशियल है इस पे मूवमेंट आने के लिए. तो लेट्स सी व्हाट हैपेंस एज द डे इमर्जेस. तो अगर मार्केट में यहाँ से एक पुल बैक आएगा तो हम देख सकते हैं, क्योंकि व्हाई एम आई सेइंग दैट यस निफ्टी हैज फॉलोन, बट बैंक निफ्टी जो है व्हिच वी हैड मेंशन्ड एज अ क्रिटिकल कंपोनेंट. तो बैंक निफ्टी में देखेंगे कि आफ्टर द फॉल इन द मॉर्निंग you are seeing that probably there is some kind of rebound here. So Bank Nifty has not fallen much. So don't get too aggressive, right? Don't get too aggressive with your long or short. That's very important, right? I hope all of you are getting an answer. All of you are getting an answer on your queries, right? So what I want you guys to do is I want you guys to थोड़ा अपना थंब को थोड़ा एक्सरसाइज दीजिए और बाय और सेल के अलावा थोड़ा लाइक बटन पर दबाइए और थोड़ा कमेंट कीजिए ऑन द वीडियो, राइट? गो टू द यूट्यूब एंड गिव अ कमेंट ऑन दिस वीडियो. व्हाट डिड यू सी, व्हाट डिड यू अंडरस्टैंड सो फार, राइट? आई वांट टू सी द नंबर ऑफ लाइक्स गो अप. I want all of you to give your love and support, because our team is working very hard to come out with some interesting content on a daily basis, because we know that all of you are very much interested to participate in the market. And yes, there are many of you out there right now trying to understand how to read the market, how to understand the market. और हमारा प्रयास रोज यही है कि हम आपको बताएं कि मार्केट्स को कैसे देखें, मार्केट्स को कैसे समझे, how to connect the dots, because there are so many dots and the market is an unending sea of information, right? उस सी ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन में कैसे मार्केट्स को देखना है इज व्हाट वी आर अटेम्प्टिंग, एंड वी आर वेरी हैप्पी एंड प्रिविलेज्ड टू शेयर दैट इंफॉर्मेशन विद यू. And that's why we want your love and support, because that way we'll ensure that we work more on generating different kinds of idea and content. Correct? तो आगे चलते हैं और देखते हैं कि अभी ये जो सिचुएशन है, इस सिचुएशन में right now there is not much of action being seen. So let's go and check out the results which are expected today. Okay, let's go and check out some results which are expected today. So what is the result which is expected today? So yeah, what is the result which is expected today? Today we are expecting a result from Bajaj Finance. Okay, Bajaj Finance में हम जाकर देखते हैं कि अभी सिचुएशन क्या है, ओके, बेस्ड ऑन स्टॉक एनालाइजर। ओके, स्टॉक एनालाइजर में बजाज फाइनेंस क्या कह रहा है हमें, लेट्स गो एंड टेक अ ओवरव्यू। Okay, when you go and take a look at overview, you find that it is in a completely neutral mode. Okay, it's in a completely neutral mode. So यहाँ पर फिलहाल हमें एक सपोर्ट रेजिस्टेंस प्ले ढूंढना है। okay? हमें फिलहाल एक सपोर्ट रेजिस्टेंस प्ले ढूंढना है। एंड what we have to do is we have to ensure that we are able to get some direction। तो अभी सपोर्ट रेजिस्टेंस प्ले ढूंढने के लिए हम क्या करते हैं, यहाँ पे हम ढूंढते हैं यहाँ से एक कॉन्फ्लुएंस जोन। तो यहाँ पर एक कॉन्फ्लुएंस जोन जो मुझे दिख रहा है, ओके, आई कैन सी अ कॉन्फ्लुएंस जोन विच इज अराउंड 6170 to 6180। so let's go and take a look at Bajaj Finance। okay, let's go and take a look at Bajaj Finance and see ki what is the kind of support which we are expecting। so you can see here right now it has come into 6190। so 6180 6190 was a support zone। so it has almost come near the support and it is holding up, it opened lower। so please understand that these are what you are seeing here are indicative levels। so it is a confluence zone। तो जब वो जोन में अगर आता है तो आपको ध्यान देना है कि अगर उधर से रिकवरी हो रहा है तो आपको जरूर बुक करना है। नाउ ऑन द अपसाइड, राइट, नाउ ऑन द अपसाइड व्हाट कुड बी, you can see here there is 6181 here, there is 6170 here is a pivot, there is another level at 6180। so essentially that 6180 का जो बैंड है वो काफी इंपॉर्टेंट बैंड है। एंड न्यू ट्रेडर में आपको अक्रॉस टाइम फ्रेम आपको कंपैरिजन करने मिल रहा है, राइट, दैट वाज द आइडिया। ओके, Vijay Bhatia says MGL was a potential reversal, awesome। okay, awesome, you are having a trade in MGL। okay, let me take a look, you can see here now this is Bajaj Finance। so आपको पता चल गया कि बजाज फाइनेंस का सपोर्ट लेवल क्या है। तो अगर बजाज फाइनेंस के नतीजे आए और उसमें 6180 के अगर नीचे if it is moving, so you know that what is your support if it rebounds from there, if it breaks 6180, you that also you know that it is a important zone which is broken, right? So that's how you got to see। so let me take a look at MGL, then Vinayagam is pointing towards HAL। HAL लगता है आपका सबका फेवरेट स्टॉक है। HAL keeps on popping up on the chat, I have been seeing it in the earlier sessions as well। so yes, there is a nice reversal from here in MGL, but you got to understand that right now this could be, since the pivot levels are wider, you may experience a very limited move between S1 and R1। so you got to keep either booking profits if you're doing it in cash or you keep trailing your stop loss। ठीक है, तो क्योंकि अगर आप इसका डेली चार्ट देखेंगे तो डेली चार्ट में ये इट इज मेकिंग समथिंग कॉल्ड एज अ पियर्सिंग लाइन। तो एक पियर्सिंग लाइन बना रहा है, तो probably it is also hinting at a reversal which we'll have to see if we get a follow through। all right, so again going back to the next stock which is our people's favorite, HAL। okay, HAL is definitely a nice candidate, you can see here a nice open low candidate here। तो हम चलेंगे वापस to our friend rolling ticker। so HAL currently has not given any kind of signal। why? Because of the kind of movement it is experiencing, right? Now HAL is giving a move, now it is crossing above R1। so now if it crosses above R1, we need to see some kind of confirmation here। you can see that yes, it is now moving above R1, and once you get a nice move above this, then you are having a potential mover towards 1942। so you can see that yes, it has tried to go up over the last 3 days but not with much activity। today you are experiencing a nice move to the upside, right? so let's see HAL, what is it on the dashboard too? On the dashboard you can see that Sun TV continues to give a follow through to yesterday, L&T has moved up, and you can see that the number of bearish stocks are much lesser. It is more controlled. Okay, it is more controlled. Okay, now Dinmani says DLF is above yesterday's high. Right, DLF was a very good setup yesterday. So let's also go and take a look at DLF. Yes, DLF is moving very well. DLF is moving extremely well. So yes, good pick on that, Dinmani. Yes, DLF is moving extremely well. Target of 367 is definitely on the cards. Let's also open up our Ichimoku dashboard and see what kind of setups we are getting as per Ichimoku, and whether are we getting some candidates. So what is the market doing now? Let's also take a look at the market. Bank Nifty is just there. Nifty is just there. So essentially, आज का दिन market is going to take some time. Okay, market is going to take some time to decide what it wants to do. Probably expiry के पहले काफी सारा activity action शायद हो चुका है. That's what it is looking like. So now you have to keep on the radar the stocks which are giving a follow through. Okay, stocks which are giving a follow through to yesterday's action. Like yesterday, if you have noticed, Navin Florin had come out with a good results. It moved yesterday. Yesterday Sun TV moved, and today Sun TV is moving again. So जो follow through आ रहा है उस पर आप ध्यान दीजिए, because that is what is the market gearing towards. So now again, coming back to DLF, you can see here the DLF continues to move here. So let's check out this particular fraction. You can see here that Kumo 2 is bullish. You can see that on the Kumo 2 is bullish. You can see that DLF is appearing. Can you see here? DLF is appearing on the Kumo 2 is bullish. So अगर आपको bullish करना हो, okay, you can look at these candidates. You can remove the daily and the weekly. You can see here that on the shorter time frame, what are the ones which are appearing. So I put here 30 and 60 minutes to give us some idea for whether are we getting any candidates. यहाँ पर नहीं आ रहा है, तो then you can go ahead and put a daily to get some more names. JK Cement, if you had observed, we had discussed yesterday also about JK Cement and it moved excellently well. Then Ultratech gave a late follow through. So essentially, whatever we are discussing as part of the live stream is showing us some good results. So DLF is another good candidate here. Now, on the lower time frame, we are having Torrent Pharma. Okay, this is doing well, right? So let's also check Torrent Pharma. Torrent Pharma में आप देखेंगे compared to DLF. अगर if I ask you whether you want to trade Torrent Pharma or DLF, what would be your answer? It's very self-evident, right? क्योंकि यहाँ पर Kumo twist है, but यहाँ पर action नहीं हो रहा है, right? So overall perspective you get through Ichimoku. Now, when you start using the pivots, you are getting actionable points. That's how you need to combine the whole perspective with action, right? Having only perspective but no action is of no use. Doing action without any perspective is also of no use. So you need to do both. And when you want to do both, you have to have such kind of combination. And that's where this kind of dashboard helps. You can see here Ichimoku dashboard. This is the most unique dashboard in the world, because such kind of exhaustive dashboard is not available anywhere. So now, okay, Kumo twist का देख लिया. अभी CS में अगर कुछ मिल रहा है क्या देखते हैं हमें. अभी 30-60 minutes में. Okay, you are having PVR, Sri Cement. So you can just check the names from here. Go to our friend rolling ticker. So आपको पता चल गया कि अभी करना क्या है. नाम्स आ गए. So this was the situation yesterday, right? This was the situation yesterday. But after that, has it shown any kind of movement? Let's go and check. Is it there? Yeah, PVR is now looking to move, right? It spent some time. So I would definitely be a participant in PVR. It's a very, very aggressive, active mover. और जब ये move करता है, so you know it is extremely fast. It's extremely fast. So it's a very, very good trigger to watch out for. Okay. Now Yeah, Vinayagam, thanks for your input. Yes, DLF is also open low. So yes, as we speak, PVR I think heard us and it has already started moving. So you all guys can decide what you want to do with PVR. Meanwhile, I'll also start looking at this as a potential buy candidate. Okay, so yes, let's wait for the trigger and let's now again go to this Ichimoku dashboard. Okay, now what are we seeing here? 60 minute, 30 minute. मैं वही डाला हूँ यहाँ पे. Okay, Bajaj Finserv. All right, Bajaj Finserv is a bullish candidate in both the time frame. Okay, Bajaj Finserv is a bullish candidate in 30 and 60. So when you are using this dashboard, if it is appearing, all right, if the CS is bullish on both the time frames, that's a better candidate. All right. Now, along with this, if you are having a nice bullish score as well, so it makes it easier for us. So that's how I select the candidate. So yes, Bajaj Finserv, let it do its job. You all know I've already shared with you. All right. Okay, L&T above R3. All right, Jagdish, awesome. You're still tracking it. Well, it is L&T is opening up doors for the next round. Well, that's for you to decide. This is Bajaj Finserv. Not much of movement here. I will choose to ignore it. It's given a good move yesterday, right? It's taking a pause today. So let's go here and let's take a look at Coal India, right? Let's take a look at Coal India. So is Coal India giving us any sign today? No. Then again I go here. I take a look at Grasim. Is Grasim giving us a sign here? Right. So you can see here that Grasim previous day high crossed. So Grasim was a scenario yesterday. It's moving today. So I will immediately go and put here Grasim, right? So Grasim on the cards. Yes, Grasim. Here it comes. Awesome. Grasim is now moving. So you can see here it spent some time in consolidation. It did move yesterday. The CPR was narrow. Now, yes, the CPR is a little wide, but then it is giving a good follow through. And if it were to move above these levels, right, these recent highs, okay, this is of course a spike in the morning, but then I would consider these recent highs, then it could become a good candidate. Okay, Vinayagam has already declared his intention. Awesome. That's the way you got to take a stance. You got to take a stance that yes, what will I do? Will I do X? Will I do Y? And if you're observing Bank Nifty, if you're observing Nifty, we said that Nifty is flat, Bank Nifty is flat. Do not engage in any directional play in the index. Correct? This is what I had said right at the start. This is what I've been maintaining. And if you see now, Bank Nifty has hardly moved. 80 points तो कुछ भी नहीं है यार Bank Nifty में. तो कुछ भी movement ही नहीं हुआ है. तो stock specific action पर ध्यान दीजिए और जो stock पे follow through आता है. So those who have been part of my workshops, they know the ICE philosophy. So wait for the ICE philosophy to happen, and if the confirmation is there, if you're having a follow through to the last day's action, then you should definitely do it. And if you have been seeing wherever we have given a respect to the last day's action, we have benefited, right? So what did we do? We went to our dashboards, we checked with our rolling ticker, and we are able to, okay, Vinayagam books profit, awesome. 3 cheers for Vinayagam. Yes, Vinayagam, you have been giving us a lot of insights on the chat box. Good going, good going. That's how we share, that's how we learn. And very, very good to see that. Yes, Grasim also moving, Amrit. Fantastic, fantastic, right? So that's how you got to spot. And to do these kind of spotting, you need some help, right? Everyone thinks that खुद गब्बर सबको खुद you want to do everything, खुद analyze करना है, खुद trade करना है, खुद सब करना है. Yes, you can do that, but then how much of it you will do consistently? That's the whole thing. Okay, Dinmani says book profit in DLF. Awesome, awesome. That's the whole idea. Whole idea is read the market, understand the market, and keep making money. The quantum of money is not important. The point is that you have to make consistent money. Like George Soros says, it's not important how much you lose. It is important that how much of time you were right when you are supposed to be right. So continue to participate, continue to look at the markets in a structured way so that you can analyze the market, you can join the dots and you can make money. So yes, now Grasim. Yes, I will be a buyer in Grasim. Targets are 1538. Cement sector has been moving yesterday as well. Today also you are seeing some movement. So I will definitely be a buyer in Grasim. Now moving ahead, you can see here that there is IndusInd Bank, Ultratech, Adani. There are certain names here. There are certain bullish scores here. And I would take a look. If you see here, many of the cement names are appearing. Okay, Vinayakam says 367 to 370 is the confluence. Okay, very good. So you have also started sharing confluence zones. Very good. So now let's see what is the situation as far as the market is concerned. Because I keep looking at the market. Okay, you can see here now, this is the Bank Nifty. What is the dashboard telling us? Or has some more names appeared? Yeah. So the names which we are discussing is moving up the ladder, right? So the names which we are discussing is moving up the ladder, LNT, TLF. So Sun TV moved up and it has scaled back now. And if you take a look at the market, so market is going slightly towards the bullish, slightly towards the bearish. So essentially, market is not having much of clarity. Okay, but there is definite clarity among certain stock specific action. So that's where rolling ticker helps you, and it helps you to get a good perspective. So now you can see here, yes, HAL is on the move. You can see here the recent flashes of HAL. HAL is on the move. So you can look at the stock specific action and participate today, because today it's going to be a very stock specific day. So I would suggest that go for a stock specific action, see where there is a decent pullback, and based on the pullback, you can participate, because the market is not going to reward every participation. So that is the reason why I'm saying that be very stock specific. The more stock specific you are, the better it is, right? And especially if the results have been declared, then those are the ones which you can participate. All right. So let's go with some more names here. Correct. Let's go with let's actually go to the dashboard and find out. And in the dashboard, I would like to go to the sector. Let's go to the sector. Okay. And Vinayam has booked profit in HAL. Very, very good. Now you can see here that today we saw that the construction is the best sector. Correct. Construction is the best sector, and out of which we have already shortlisted DLF. So let's see if there is any more candidates which we can shortlist. So let's go into the construction sector. Okay, and sorry, yeah, construction here, L&T. Okay, L&T and DLF already are doing well. Next coming up is Godrej Property. So again, I go back here and I go to Godrej Property. Yes, as we speak, previous day high crossed, range expansion. Fantastic, right? As we speak, previous day high crossed. It did break its low today, but immediately it has recovered. Morning, big base on the market, the low was broken, but then it has quickly recovered. So let's go and put out Godrej Property here. Right? Okay. So if you see here now, Godrej Property is definitely moving up. You can see here that they already crossed R1. So it's a very, very good buy candidate. So very, very good buy candidate. It moves quite well. It has spent some time in consolidation. So I would be a definite buyer in Godrej Property. You can see here immediate targets, of course, at R3. But I feel that it has got potential to cross R3 today. So I will keep a certain filter and see what happens here. I'll put a filter here, add an alert here. So target of 1453 is what I'm targeting. Okay, so now let's see what are the other sectors here. So let's see it based on the open. So based construction continues to lead. Construction continues to lead, right? Construction is definitely a very strong mover. L&T, Godrej Property, Oberoi Realty is the other one. Oberoi Realty is the other one. Let's see what happens in Oberoi Realty. All right. Okay, so this is the movement right now. So let it keep moving, let it keep moving. And as we are looking at the Ichimoku page once again, let's try and find out what are the other candidates here. Are there any more candidates left? Okay, yeah, there are many. And if you find anything, you can put it on the chat. All right. So okay, Coal India. Okay, what about Coal India? So this is the chart of Coal India. Oops. Coal India. Let me put Coal India here. Coal India, we had seen it as part of the Kumo twist. It is on the bullish side, and on Coal India, if you go to our website, we had posted on the insights also about Coal India, a particular news flow, right? On this particular insights, if you have seen it, we had posted on Coal India that there is some news flow on the freight rates, which is resulting in a movement for Coal India. You can see here Coal India in focus. We had mentioned it on the 25th. You can see here that Coal India is in focus. So since then, since 25th, okay, this is 26th, and we had posted it on 25th. So Coal India, since our posting has gone from 195, it is now going towards 205. So you can see here that in this particular posting which we do, you get a lot of insights about various kinds of stock. We use the news flow, we combine the news flow with the kind of price action, and that is what I am trying to show you, that price action combined with news flow is one of the best results. Okay, as we are coming to an end of today's session, Nifty and Bank Nifty have come into the green. चलो मैंने डिस्कशन करते करते आप लोगों के साथ निफ्टी बैंक निफ्टी रेड से ग्रीन में आ गया है. अभी मुझे पता नहीं कि ये ग्रीन होल्ड कर पाएगा कि नहीं, बट चलो, when the market is green, it always brings a smile into everyone's face. That's what is happening. Yes, you do make money on the short side, but then everyone eventually are happy if the market is bullish, right? I'm sure all of you will agree with that. Okay, PEL, right? PEL. So now, what is your view on PEL? Yeah, Madhu, what do you feel on PEL? Yeah, this is the chart of PEL. Yeah, all my viewers, can you tell me what we should do with PEL? Spot quiz. What should we do with PEL? Yeah, my dear friends, what should we do with PEL? करना क्या है PEL के साथ? News based है, but PEL has reached the profit booking zone. Okay, Grasim above R2. Yeah. That's good. So now PEL has reached the profit booking zone. Please be aware that we are using a certain methodology, and we continue to hold on to that methodology. And yes, the setup looks promising. The setup looks promising, but if you are looking at PEL now, okay, if you look at PEL now, I would wait for a move above 1830. Why? Because here it's a profit booking zone. Now, if more buyers are going to come in, then all the people who sold here, they will exit their position. अगर किसी ने लिया है तो किसी ने बेचा भी है. तो अगर 18, चलो मान लीजिए कि इवन द बॉडी के ऊपर 1825 के ऊपर भी चली जाए, तो what will happen is that the short covering will happen, and that itself will trigger PEL to the upside. That's how you got to evaluate support and resistance. I'm not saying that you have to sell PEL right now. Okay, but I'm saying that wait for this movement to happen. Okay, wait for this movement to happen, and as you can see that the market is rebounded from the lower levels. So in all probability, you can experience some up moves to emerge, right? So as we speak, it is moving up. So as we speak, 1825 cross ho raha hai. So then I'll be a buyer in PEL right now, right? That's how you got to check. Okay. So with that, I come to an end of today's session. Or it's been a very engaging session, and all of you have been very sharing and caring, like I always say on the chat box. So continue this spirit and keep sharing it on the chat box. All right. So continue the same spirit, and we'll meet again next week on our live stream. So till then, thank you so much for joining in, everyone. Do track all the stocks which we have mentioned. Of course, it's available. You can rewind and check out what stocks we have discussed and participate. Till we meet again, thank you so much. Have a good day. Safe trading, and do give a like and comment on this video on the YouTube platform, not on the chat box, so that we'll get to know exactly what you have learned and what you have experienced. Okay. Thank you so much. Have a good day. This is Raja Venkatraman signing off. See you then.